Hi, I'm Christina Zill. I'm the coordinator for Transition Catskills. And Transition is part of a worldwide movement to help communities transition off of fossil fuels. And currently, among our other projects, we are helping municipalities in Delaware County access New York State funding for clean energy projects. So the current project being run by NYSERDA, which is the New York State Energy Research Development Authority, is clean energy communities. And one way that communities can get funding is by running a community solar campaign. So we have with us here Christina Viafore, who is the, did I say your name right? How is your name?
Viafore.
Viafore. Christina Viafore. I want to say it like an Italian. Christina Viafore. Christina is representing the town. And we have Andy Cahill, who is from Delaware River Solar, and she is the solar, this is the solar company that we're partnering with. So the goal is to get 10 residents of the town of Delhi to sign up for community solar. And the village of Delhi is also concurrently running a program. So there's going to be some cooperation here, because like if the town gets 11 signups, they'll give their extra one to the village and vice versa. So Christina, do you have anything to say, or shall we push it all off onto Andy?
Yeah, no, I think the gist of what people are interested in is, how it works and, how this can benefit them, and then in turn the town, by running this campaign.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to go to screen sharing now, and we're going to look at the presentation, and then Andy is going to narrate this for us. So let me
Goody. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
That's excellent.
Community.
And thank you very much for joining us. We all appreciate that. We're actually all involved with the same kind of thing, which is helping the town and the village of Delhi, and also helping to clean up our atmosphere. So that's what we're all about. And the first thing I want to talk about is, what on earth do you mean by community solar? What is community solar? Okay, community solar is actually a program that's run by many different companies of different sizes. There are community solar companies that are very, very large and have thousands of acres of solar panels that are used then to help with the electricity of the community that they're located in. We're smaller than that. We are a community solar company that's based in the Catskill Mountains, and all of our arrays, our solar arrays, are in farmers' fields in New York State. All of the people who work for the company are in New York State, and most of us are frankly in this area, are in the Catskills or Greene County or close by. Our solar fields are about 7 to 12 acres, and each one of the fields can help approximately 500 families. Now, what I mean by help is that we have the solar arrays. This is not something that you ever have on your property. It's something that you plug into, you become a subscriber to, but you don't have to be facing the south, and you don't have to have a lot of sun, and you don't have to have a great roof and all of that. That's all something that we do in our fields. And they're completely biodegradable. Every single panel is made of glass. So all of that is biodegradable. And we actually provide the solar power that you would use for your house. Instead of using NYSEG's whatever, I don't even know what they're using. Christine, do you?
They have a mix, and it's not necessarily clean.
Yeah, that's kind of, yes, right. Whereas we are We're completely solar and we provide all of your electrical energy. Okay, next. Okay, here's what we can do. All right. Oh, I want to do the allows. Can you go back one?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Okay, so here allows homeowners, renters, businesses, more than that, but let's start out with that, to participate in solar regardless of income, credit, or ability to install a solar array on their own property, which is just exactly what I was just saying. It's the idea that we have the solar panels, you don't. It's always built in an open field, and it interconnects with the utility to offload the electricity. Let me say that again. It interconnects with the utility, in this case, NYSEG, to offset the electricity into the local utility grid. So what that means is that we're providing the electrical energy to NYSEG that you're going to be using, rather than whatever it is that NYSEG is already using instead. Electricity is provided to customers the same way it is today. You get it exactly the same way, and you go right through the existing electrical facilities. Now, this is a big question. A lot of people ask, do we have enough sun up here? Well, yeah. We always use the example of Germany. Germany is 66% solar, and they have 33% less sun than Binghamton does. We have plenty of sun up here. Yes, for this. And who can participate? Homeowners, small businesses, renters. Remember, you don't necessarily have to own the property that you're living in. If you have a meter where you pay the electric bill, you can be part of the program. And anyone with a NYSEG electrical meter, homes, businesses, churches, municipalities, schools, like all of SUNY Delhi could actually be part of this. So it's anybody with who has a meter. Benefits for residential and small commercial meters. Okay, it's 10% discount for us. We're doing something very exciting with this. For the town of Delhi and the village of Delhi, we are able to still do a 10% discount off the NYSEG kilowatt hour. That's KWH's kilowatt hour rate on non-demand accounts. Unfortunately, NYSERDA saw that we were doing well.
No.
For the last several years, they've actually been helping us out and subsidizing a lot of Delaware River Solar. So we could do a 10% discount for everybody. Well, they looked at everything and they went, you guys are doing great. Congratulations. You're on your own. So for most people, we have to now go to a 5% kilowatt rate, which means a 5% off of NYSEG's rate. But for the town of Delhi and the village of Delhi for the next couple of weeks, because they want to encourage this program, we can still have a 10% discount rate off NYSEG's kilowatt hour rate. And once you're in,
and by the way, we should clarify that anyone who already signed up with Delaware River Solar is going to stay on that 10% discount.
Yes, that's very important. Thank you, Christina. That is something I've gotten a couple of people who asked me that. That's true, that people will stay on the 10% rate, and anybody who signs up now through this continues on the 10% rate. So it helps you. As long as you're with us, you'll still get the 10%, which is pretty terrific. Fix, it's going to stay the same. As I was just saying, the 10% will last. And there's something important here. There are companies out there that tell you that they can give you a lot better rate than 10% off. Oh, they can say, oh, we can do a lot better than NYSEG is. If NYSEG is 5%, which it isn't at this point, but if NYSEG is 5%, we'll start you with 2%. And then you stop looking at your bill and you don't realize that because they aren't tied to NYSEG, they can start to creep up, and they do. Maybe
But
there's one out there that's honest.
those
Go
are ESCOs. Those aren't solar companies.
Right, that's right. They're supposed to be energy saving companies, but they're not. And it doesn't matter that it's a solar company or not. It matters that our price is tied to NYSEG, so that it will always be 10% less than NYSEG's price, no matter where NYSEG goes down in price, so do we. NYSEG goes up in price, so do we. But you always can be guaranteed of that 10% discount. Access, I love this, access to green energy the easy way. But it's true. You don't have to do anything. You sign up and we switch you over, and you're doing completely solar electrical energy without actually having to make any changes on your property or with your electrical equipment or whatever. It stays exactly the same. As I said before, no panels on your property, nothing to maintain. We do all of that. No added fees, no added fees, no added fees. You can cancel anytime you want. It's if all of a sudden you think, and Christina, you were saying, KZ, you were saying that you know several people who are using it as an interim. They know at some point they're going to want to put solar panels on their property,
That's
but in
right.
the meantime, they're doing Delaware River Solar, which is great. You know, that's a wonderful way to use us. And then when you get ready to do your panels, we say, thank you so much for playing. Here's a copy of our home game, and you're on your way. It's just fine. We also support local jobs. The farmers who give us their land, we lease it from them. It's completely environmentally safe. And we always use local people to help build our arrays. So we're not bringing people in from other states or whatever. We're going to make jobs right here in Delaware County. As a matter of fact, we're going to do, if we have a solar array going up here, we'll do it that way. So it's always local jobs, and you know, it's really and local taxes. Local taxes, because what we do is we pay the municipality the tax revenue that land would in fact be generating for the farmer. So,
Oh, nice.
questions so far? Hi, Vanessa. We're okay so far? Okay, that's good.
Hello.
Hello. Vanessa is
I
talking. Okay,
had a question, if that's all right.
sure.
I was wondering, how much land do you rent from one farmer? How much land do they have to have available for you to realistically lease it and put solar panels on it?
It's usually about 7 to 12 acres.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Minimum, okay, for a large commercial and demand meters, do we need to do this?
Oh, no.
No, I don't think we do. That's not who we're dealing with this particular campaign. We're doing small businesses and we're doing residents.
Right.
And that's really important. Why participate in community solar? Well, obviously because of the 10% discount. That's going to be number one, but it's also a fixed, it's not going to be changing in any way. Access to green energy. I don't know about you, but I just feel better knowing that I'm not putting this crud in the air. I mean, that's really what it is. We actually, well, it'll show you exactly what the figures are in a few minutes, but every single year with Delaware River Solar, you're going to keep 6 tons of carbon emissions out of the air. That's like not driving your car. That's like over 14,000 miles of driving. You know, that's a car for a year. So you really are making a big difference by doing this. There are no added fees at all. It costs nothing at all to sign up. That's all there is to that. Okay. Oh, why, here it is now. Look, 5 million pounds of carbon. Now this is in one solar farm. This is approximately what it is. 5 million pounds of carbon is removed from the environment annually, okay? That's like 350 to 400 cars removed from the road, because remember, every single field supports between 350 and 400, I would say 500 homes. So each one, so blah, blah, let's go down to per meter. Your meter is going to do this. It takes out over 1,200, that's the 6 tons, 12,500 pounds of carbon per year. 14,250 miles driven. There, 6,250 pounds of coal that won't be burned. We're going to retrain those guys. They don't want to be down there. Let's face it. And 675 gallons of gasoline that will not be consumed because of this. So it makes a huge difference. It really does. I find this confusing.
Okay, let's move on then.
Yeah, let's not do that one. I don't like that. Okay. Every subscriber to Community Solar takes the equivalent of one car. See, I just said that. On the road, takes it off the road every year.
Right. Shall I move on?
I don't,
Yeah,
yeah,
we've
you
we've
can.
already covered all that.
We really have, yeah. Okay. Mega,
You already covered this too.
I did.
But you know, one thing that's important to note is that Delaware River Solar is committed to not using herbicides or pesticides to maintain their solar farm. Because
Absolutely.
to keep,
Yes, if you notice
green
the
things.
last thing there, sites are farmed, sheep, hay, possibly bees, and pollinator-friendly environments. Now, this is just between us, okay? This is just between us, but I want to tell you how that started. The man who started the company's name is Rich Winters.
Remember that this is being recorded.
Oh, okay, that's fine, because it's real, you know. He started out with an organic beef farm, ranch, I guess, in Sullivan County. And he became aware of community solar and he started becoming excited by that. And he wanted to become involved with the whole community solar projects and the whole, he's become very important in the whole community itself. So he thought, you know, I can put the panels on the same land that I have my cattle. And that way it's a dual purpose. Well, you know the term bull in a china shop. It didn't work out real well with the cows because they would bump into the solar panels. So his next thought, okay, livestock, but goats, we'll do goats. Forgetting that goats chew anything, that was all his lines to the powers, and they jump on stuff. So the goats were not a good idea. So he finally landed with sheep, and sheep are working very nicely. Thank you very much. And of course, when the farmer takes the land back, it's also been very well manured. Yes. Yes. Oh, here's some pictures. We'll just go through this quickly. Just some pictures of some of our solar farms. See our sheep down there? Yep. And this is just a few of them. We have many more on our site. If you'd like to go to DelawareRiverSolar.com and take a look at the ones that we have up, you can see more. These, an awful lot of these are in Sullivan County, where the whole project started, but we have them as far away as Plattsburgh now and out in Lawrence, and many that I don't even know the names of at this point. So you can see what they look like.
Do you have anybody local who's participating?
No, and it's killing me that we don't. We would love to have somebody in Delaware County. So there's a site that you can go on our site, DelawareRiverSolar.com. The last page of their entire site, there is a whole form that shows you exactly what the company needs to have as far as the requirements for a farm. It's south facing and near an electric pole, a NYSEG 3-pronged pole. And there are several other things that have to, but I don't know them because that's not the area that I work with.
So
But
a lot of our land though is owned by the watershed. Does that
yes.
pose a problem?
That's very interesting. I had somebody ask me that recently, and I got them in touch with the watershed. And that's what I would do is the watershed council, call them. And
Mhm.
there's a man there named Josh. Do you know him, Christina? KZ?
I don't, but
Okay.
I would think that that would be something that would not be polluting. And so,
You would think, but
Yes,
yeah, you would think.
yes. you would
But
think.
obviously that's going to be a call
would
for
make
the
sense.
watershed to
Yeah,
determine. But
right.
that's
Yes,
a great idea. That's a
it
great
is a
idea.
great idea. Yeah, I'd love to have something in Delaware County. Yes. Eligibility requirements. Okay. You've got to have a minimum of 1,000 kilowatt hours annually. Very, very few people don't have that. I used 1,400 kilowatt hours last month. So it's pretty easy to do that. But every once in a while, we have somebody who has a meter that's been turned off for years and consequently is not going to have. So you just have to check that. And customers with grid connected solar on their property are not eligible. Now, I have a few people who actually do have solar panels on a part of their property, but they also have meters that are not part of the solar projects. Those are fine. Those I can work with. We can sign them up for Delaware River Solar. But if you have meters that are connected to the grid, the solar grid, it's just like, all I can say is thank you. It's great that you do that. And we're all on the same team. We're just in different locker rooms. Does that make sense to anybody? Okay. So here's how it's very simple. You just complete the sign up form. And we produce power offloaded directly to the grid. So you don't really have anything else to do other than sign up. Members of the projects receive credits. I hesitate sometimes telling people this just because it starts getting again into the weeds. But what you do is you earn credits on the panels. The credits are the equivalent of dollars. So it ends up being a 10% savings to you with your dollars for the money that you would be paying for your electrical energy. So that's the best way that I can say, it's a 10% discount. Say,
Mhm.
I don't like telling people that because it starts getting wonky.
do you
I
guys
think
offer a program for, individual solar panels? Say if we didn't want to be part of, a big community solar program, what if we wanted to purchase some solar panels of our own? And I mean, NYSERDA, I believe, offers something similar. Correct?
okay, we don't offer that.
Okay.
Again, thank you for doing that. That would be great. But it's not part of our company. We are specifically community solar, where it is
Okay.
a solar community.
Okay.
But there's some good companies out there. I know people that do that, and that's fine. I don't know if we can even see this big enough.
It zooms in when you zoom in on it.
Okay.
So do you have anything to say about this one, Angie?
Not really.
Okay.
I like mine a lot better. I think this again gets confusing, but if you'll notice at the top, okay. At the top of the bill, it will show you service fee. The service fee is what you're going to pay NYSEG. That's something that you want to pay them because that keeps your lights on. That keeps the bills going out. That keeps, if a tree falls on your lines, they come out and fix those. We provide the energy, which is this part in here. This is delivery and this is supply. I can't, or the opposite. I can't see it well enough. But those are the parts of your bill that we saved you 10% on. Those add up to a particular number. I think it's right there. And then, can you move to the next screen there, Christina? Yes, it should actually be the same number here. And then it shows you here that you're saving 10%, and 10% lower than that is what you'll actually pay us. You see that? Does it make sense to anyone?
Mhm.
Okay. Somebody's talking. What?
Oh no, my husband. He's listening in the far.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Hi, the husband. Okay. Okay. Okay, so here again is how my savings are calculated, and they're going into the solar credits. Okay. For each of those solar credits at a 5% discount, but it isn't. It's for you, it's going to be a 10% discount, which is great. I hate this for credits. So am I still, this is a good question. Am I still a NYSEG
Nice
customer?
customer. That was my question.
Yes, you
Okay.
are. And you always want to be, because again, that's who's going to take care of all the administrative costs, all
Okay.
the fixing of the lines, all the kvetching that you're going
But
to
we
do.
pay on one bill. We
You
pay
don't.
one bill for both, or we pay two
No,
bills.
you don't. You pay two bills. What you're going to do is you're going to get that first NYSEG bill. But on that bill, the delivery and the supply will both be negative numbers. And so they don't come onto the total for that bill. For instance, in Margaretville, my service fee is about $16.50 a month. That's what it is. Almost every month it's just about that. That's all I pay NYSEG. That's everything. Then about 6 weeks later, I get a corresponding invoice from Delaware River Solar, which shows the compilation of the two other sections of the bill. It's the supply and the delivery. Let's say it's, I usually use mine and it's $89. Let's say that the delivery and the supply ended up being $89. It'll show that it's $89 on your NYSEG bill, but it won't charge you there. Then the invoice that you get from Delaware River Solar will also show you the $89.
Plus 10% off.
It'll show you the $89. It'll show you a savings of say $9, because they'll round up. $9, and you will pay $80.
Okay.
So that's where your savings comes, right there. Okay, did that come through? Is that okay?
Yep.
Everybody get that? Okay, fine. Okay, oh, here's a good question. We got this the other day, didn't we, Christina? If I receive my electrical supply from an energy service company, that's an ESCO, can I still participate? Anything that's actually on your NYSEG bill, we will in fact discount. If you have an ESCO, you were going to have 5 pages instead of 4 to your electric bill. And that 5th page is your ESCO. I would continually check that to make sure that they're still not overcharging you. But whatever they charge you, if you want to stay with them, we will also discount 10% off of that. So you'll be able to see all of that discount on your Delaware River Solar bill. Again, you know, that is a personal choice. Remember, we met somebody the other night who was in fact not doing badly with their ESCO, and she wanted to stay with the ESCO, and that's fine as long as it's on the NYSEG bill. We can in fact work with that too. We can also discount that, the 10%.
Yeah, I usually suggest that people call up NYSEG and say that they want NYSEG to supply their energy. And then when Delaware River Solar kicks in, you're always getting 10% off that NYSEG, because NYSEG is very inexpensive right now. I don't know if it'll always stay that way, but it is. It has been for years.
4.385 cents per kilowatt hour.
That's right.
Yeah.
And what happens with ESCOs is a lot of times they will tell you, someone will tell you, well, we're going to, put you at this certain rate for a year. But at the end of the year, they can raise that rate to almost anything. And I was just helping a lady in Fleischman's who was paying 12 cents a kilowatt hour, and so if she'd been on NYSEG, she would be paying 4.5. She's paying 12 cents a kilowatt hour. So you have to really watch those ESCOs. They're not nice. They don't
They
play
don't.
fair.
No, they don't play well alone or with others.
Yeah. And so, but I want to, distinguish between solar companies and ESCOs because they're different. And so you're not going to get that kind of treatment from a solar company. And Delaware River Solar has proven itself to be, to do what they say. One thing you should also realize is that solar farms have to pre-subscribe before they can turn on the solar farm. And so when I signed up for Delaware River Solar a few years ago, it took me almost an entire year to be, put on a solar farm. However, right now the turnaround is considerably faster. So it'll only be about 2 or 3 months. Yep. But unless they have a slot, an open slot on, and they can just, put people into that. But you should definitely sign up within the community solar campaigns that we're doing right now, because.
How much time do they have, Christina? It's
Pardon?
Casey.
How much time, what?
How much time do they have?
Well, it's just about a week or 2 because we got an extension from Delaware River Solar since we were in the middle of campaigns. And so, because they were going to switch to this 5% discount. And so anyway, you should definitely sign up now. So that's it.
Right. That's it. No added costs, no hassle, no catch. Clean, renewable solar energy, locally produced, yay, and provided to you right now at a 10% discount. So you can get in touch with me. Where should I put my information? Chat?
Oh, yeah, you can put it in the chat, but it's also right here on this slide.
What
Andy,
is? Well,
Andy.cahill@delawareriversolar.com.
Yeah. Right.
Awesome.
Okay, then I'll let you just leave it at that. Do we have other questions? Thank you, by the way, Vanessa, for asking that.
No problem. Thank you.
So, how many people do we have here? Just Vanessa?
We have Vanessa, and we have a reporter from the Reporter.
Oh. And I just found it by chance because I was like looking on that link just to see what Christina might have posted. And so I'm like, oh man, I'm logging on.
That's good.
Yeah, so thank you. I definitely think I want to review your website and get some more information.
Great.
But I have about a week to sign up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Yes, that's true. But I'll tell you something though. If you sign on, you can also sign up right on the website. But if you do that, please, 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 in the referred by section, put down Transition Catskills dot either Village of Delhi or Town of Delhi, whichever one it is for you. So that we know we can get you the 10%, and it also goes toward our getting the Transition Catskills grant.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the NYSERDA grant through Transition Catskills. Sorry about that, Christina.
Right.
Oh,
go ahead.
Yes.
Oh no, I just got him. Christina, it's okay. Thank you.
All right. So
I've been with Delaware River Solar for at least a year, if not longer. And it's pretty easy. They automatically deduct.
Oh, they do automatic deduction.
If you want it, Christina, that's actually changed since you signed up. We can do it either way now. If you want to do it every month, a different way, checking account 1 month, credit card another month, that's fine. Or, and I always have it auto deducted because I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, wonderful. I appreciate everybody's time. I'm so glad to be a part of it. And I will be in touch.
Great.
Great.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm going to stop the recording now.
Okay. Good night. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night. Thank you.